Hi folks, welcome back to Dragon Quest XI, and today we're actually going to be taking part in the casino. This is the first time we've been able to access the casino in Dragon Quest XI. It is a staple from previous Dragon Quest games, so if you're familiar with the franchise, then I guess you kind of expected this to be in the game, and it is. So, a few things to note about the casino. First of all, is the rewards. There's some fantastic rewards that we can get, even, you know, early on in the game when we first arrive, as we just have done. So I've currently got 38,200 tokens. I'll explain tokens in a moment. I've already been playing the games here for just under an hour and 20 minutes or so. And that's how many tokens I've managed to earn in that time. So the tokens are what you collect from rewards from the games that you play here if you win. And these are the items you can purchase with tokens. So you can see there's a few pretty good items that you can get. This down the rabbit hole is actually only 500 tokens, but is needed for the quest that we're doing where we need to outfit Jade in a certain costume. So I'll go ahead and purchase that now. May as well, but you can come back and get that at any point. So you're wanted at some point, but you don't have to buy it, you know, within first 5 minutes of being here or whatever. Okay, so we can only purchase one of those. That's why it had the blue text. We only need one though, which is fine. And if we look on the second page, then a couple of items that are really worth noting are the lightning lance, which is a fantastic weapon actually for Jade, and perhaps even more importantly is the platinum power sword. Let me emphasise, this is arguably going to be the best weapon, the best greatsword for your hero for at least, well, I don't want to put a number on it, but let's just say for a long time going forward. So it's going to be a huge upgrade. However, it is 100,000 tokens, which could take you a fair bit of time to earn here in the casino, but in my opinion it is going to be worth doing, so I will be working towards that myself. Alright, so that's the reward structure. And now we're going to head down to the bottom floor here, the bottom level, which is where the games themselves are actually going to be available from. And there's not actually a whole lot in terms of casino games for us to play right now, but, you know, what we can do is actually quite a bit of fun. So there's two main games, well there's actually three, but one I'll talk about. I'm not really going to bother with all that much. The first is the slot machines, which are over here. The second is another kind of slot machine, which is a little bit more involved. But in my opinion, you're better off not using this because it's a little bit too complicated. If you do play it, just do what I do and stick it on auto mode. But yeah, you don't need to do that to get the tokens. And then the third game is poker, which is perhaps, well, you know, I don't think this is even really debatable. It's the most fun out of them all. And it does give the potential to earning a lot of tokens, but the best thing to do is first of all speak to this person here, and if we just go through our first bit of dialogue, she's going to then tell us which game is best to play at the moment, and right now that's going to be the slot machines. So we'll head over to the slot machines, and there's two slot machines we can use right now. A third slot machine will open up later. There's the ones with the blue over and the ones with the green over the top, the blue lights and green lights. So the blue lights will let you spend more tokens at a time, enabling you to win more, and obviously the green will do a little bit less. Later on, the red slot machines will open up and we'll be able to invest even more tokens into those for a chance at winning just a tremendous amount of tokens back in return. But I'm talking about tokens and everything, and chances are you're not going to have any since this is going to be your first time visiting the casino. So what you want to do is go to this desk here, and this is where you can purchase your first set of tokens for just normal in-game gold. Now, each token costs 20 gold coins, and all I've spent is 100 tokens worth of gold, which is 2,000 gold. That's it, okay? Now, most guides I've read recommend that you purchase 200 tokens, so you can do that if you want to for 4,000 gold. I just tried with 100 because I was pretty much just dabbling and seeing what was going on with the games and stuff. And that's the only money I've spent, and I've managed to so far increase that 100 tokens to 37,000 tokens. And I don't get the feeling I'm going to have to purchase any more tokens anytime soon. So, next tip before we actually play any games is abuse the autosave feature. Right, so every time you exit and re-enter the casino, it's going to auto-save your game. So yes, you can keep going back to save manually at the church if you want to, but it's not necessary at all. You do have to put up with the loading screens, unfortunately. You can see the auto-save at the bottom there. So what you're going to do then is once you've entered the casino, got your auto-save sorted, you can then play the game to your heart's content, and if it goes well, then you can quit the game, come out and get another autosave. If it doesn't go well, if you lose your tokens, then quit the game while still in the casino so as not to overwrite that autosave, and then reload the original autosave you made so you get your tokens back. So you'll definitely want to abuse that system. And if we speak to this woman again, since every time you exit the casino it can change, she'll tell us where's best to play at the moment. Yeah, slot machines. Okay, so I don't know, maybe it changes once you've played the game or something. So we'll head over to the blue ones. And the minimum bet for these is 10 tokens. And the trick to these, in my opinion, is just keep playing them, basically. You don't have to do anything, there's no skill involved. So we're going to start by investing the maximum, because I've got so many tokens, but you might not want to. And you just have to see where it lands, pretty much. So most of the tokens I've won have come from the slot machine. And because we've got that autosave, if it all goes wrong, it's not really a big deal for us. So we managed to get a little something there. 4 of the small slimes in a row, which will give us 300 tokens back. And that's it. To be honest, guys, if you come here with about 3,000 to 5,000 tokens, then you'd probably be pretty unlucky not to actually, you know, make a net profit by being here. So, now we're about to enter metal mode. Metal mode is fantastic. To get to metal mode, you need to get 3 of these metal slimes or more in a row. The more you get in a row, so I've got 3, which is the minimum amount, then the more spins you're going to get in metal mode. So because I only got 3, I only get 10 silver spins. But basically, a silver spin is going to double any rewards you would normally get if you win, and it's going to increase your chances of winning. So hopefully now, we'll have some good opportunities here to get some coins, or some tokens rather. Nothing then, unfortunately, but still got 9 silver spins left. And by the way, you can actually continue to get metal mode, even while you're in metal mode, to increase the number of spins. So that would normally give me 60, it gives me 120. And on top of that, you can also see that there's a free spins. You can get this in or out of metal mode, but if you get 3, I think you get 10 free spins. If you get 4 free spins in a row, I think you get 20 free spins. I'm not sure how much for 5. Hey, more metal mode. So that'll add another 10. But yeah, you can basically have metal mode and free spins going at the same time. It should be noted, if you can get free spins while in metal mode, you won't actually expire your silver spins while you're expiring your free spins, if that makes sense. So it's a win-win situation. In fact, I'll show you that now, once we've gone through this one. So that should give me a fair few. 900 or so, maybe a little bit more. 3,000, fantastic. So as you can see, not too shabby at all. Definitely the way to go is to play the slot machines, in my opinion. Good opportunity to show you this then. I literally just got some of those free spins I was talking about, which has given me 10 free spins for getting 3 in a row. But I'm already in metal mode, so you'll see that now I'll basically get an extra 10 attempts in metal mode before that expires. And of course it won't be costing me anything to do this, which is really good. So I'm still in metal mode, but I'm now using my free spins rather than my silver spins, if that makes sense. So there's a big opportunity to score here. Lots and lots of tokens. Even if I'm not going to get the jackpot, which is really unlikely, unfortunately. That wild icon you saw then, that will change into anything that will give you a 3 or more match. In this case, the soldier jumping on the metal slime there. And also, I'll mention that treasure chest, which you can see. If you get 3 or more of those in a row, they'll basically open up to give you a whole load of tokens. So there's plenty of opportunity to score in this game. Yeah, it's completely luck-based. By the way, guys, a little tip for you. I can't do this, unfortunately. If you're playing on PS4 and have a turbo controller, or if you're playing on PC and don't mind using some kind of auto-clicker, you can literally set this up to play itself, and then you can go and do something else for an hour or 2. And almost certainly you're going to make a really good profit by doing so. As long as you start with about 5,000 to 6,000 tokens, then hopefully you'll win big. And if not, you can always reload that autosave so you haven't lost out, apart from the time that it took you. And it does get quite addictive as well. It really does. And as you can see in metal mode, you win something more often than winning nothing. So the sooner you can get into this silver spinning section, the better really. As you can see, I'm generally winning most rounds at least something. And this will be another 3,000 tokens. We need to get 100k for that great sword. But as you can see, probably not going to take too much time. Alright then, well I think I've shown you everything you need to see with the slots. So I'll go and play this for a little bit longer, pause the video, and when I come back, I'll run over poker for you. Since poker's actually a really good way to get your initial 3,000 to 5,000 tokens in my opinion. So you can really start hammering it out at the slots. I've just gone ahead then and exited and re-entered the casino so that we can get a new autosave going. Got about 50,000 tokens now, and that was literally 5, maybe 10 minutes of using the slot machine to get from 37,000 or whatever it was I was on when I started this video to that 50k that I'm now on, or slightly under 50k. So we're going to have a look at poker next. And you can see there's a green table, a red table and a blue table. The red table's out of commission at the moment. Should be available later on. Okay, because 100 is the minimum bet. So we won't be able to do that one just yet. I'm not sure why. I guess we have to unlock more of the story first. Certainly got the tokens to spend, but not to worry. So the green one, if you don't want to spend a lot, obviously you can't win as much because your maximum bet's going to be lower. Or the blue one, for what I suggest is going to be the most used table. So this is the 10 token poker table. And if you come here first with your 200 tokens that you purchased or whatever, then this is a good opportunity to get to about 3,000 to 5,000 tokens. So you can see you've got the different types of hands that you can win with up on the top there, starting with a 2 pair and 3 of a kind going up to royal jelly flush. So we're going to place our bet, and the most we can bet per game is 100 tokens. And here is basically the rules of the game. It's just standard 5-draw poker. So you want to try and get the best hand possible. You get 1 chance at dealing the cards. So in this case, we're going to want to keep our 1 pair, I'd imagine. And we'll get rid of everything else. So we'll click deal here. And look at that, we've got 2 pair, 2 3s and 2 8s. So yeah, that was perhaps the worst hand we could win with. But it's a win. And that's what's important, because now, once we've won, we get to go for double or nothing. So we'll go ahead and select yes on this. If we selected no, by the way, we just take our 100 token winnings and we could either play again or leave the table. But we're going for double or nothing, and it's very simple. This is quite a hard one actually. We need to pick a card here out of these 4 we can't see that's higher than the 10. So we need to go for a jack, queen, king, ace, or a joker card, which is always going to win for you, whatever the card over here is. So probably not a very good chance here, but let's go ahead and select one, shall we? Oh, we've got a king. Brilliant. Okay, so now we can continue with double or nothing, or keep our current winnings. So if you remember when we first won with our 2 pair, we got 100. Now we haven't yet banked that, because we went for double or nothing, which we've now won. So that 100 has gone to 200. We haven't yet banked that. We could do by selecting no. We'll bank our current winnings, or we could try and double even further. So if we win this, we'll get 400 instead of 200. And we did. So there we have it. Our current winnings are now 400. Still not banked. We can either, again, go for double or nothing for 800, or bank what we've currently won, which is 400. So as you can see, this could get a little bit addictive. But you've got to be careful not to be too greedy. The problem is, because you're doubling your winnings each time, you've got the potential to make literally thousands, depending on how lucky you are. So let's go for one more. And a 4, so we've got a good chance here. Yay! So our winnings will be 800. And we could double or nothing once more, but I'm not going to risk it. I wouldn't really recommend going for more than 3 or 4 double or nothings. So had I started from scratch with just my 200 tokens, I'd now have 900 tokens, I think. Yeah, 900 tokens. So what I'll do now is stop playing, since I've made a net profit of whatever it was, 900, and we're going to once again abuse the autosave. So since I did well, I want to create a new autosave there. If I'd had lost all my tokens, then I would have, of course, just reloaded the game without exiting the casino from my autosave. Now, we won, I think it was 4, or was it 3? 3 or 4 double or nothings then. Had I won that poker game with a better hand, our double or nothings would have started off with more than 100. So had we started off on 500, for example, then we would have gone to 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. We would have got a lot of tokens from that. So let's try one more time here. The only downside to poker is if you're a little bit unlucky, you can go through quite a few hands before you actually manage to win anything. We managed to win on our first attempt previously, but that might not be the case this time. So let's see what happens. Okay, so that's a terrible hand, really. There's nothing in terms of pairs, there's nothing in terms of straights. I mean, technically we could get a straight here, 7, 9, jack. A straight is where you have numerical increases step by step. So 7, 8, 9, 10, jack would be a straight. You have to get an 8 and a 10 here. Let's just go ahead. A flush, by the way, is if you have 4 of the same suit, which doesn't look like we're going to get. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a straight. We couldn't. We got one pair, which isn't a winning hand, so we'll play again. Okay, we've already got 3 of a kind, so we'll definitely want to keep that. And if we get another 9, we'll get 4 of a kind. If we get a pair here, then I think that's when we get a full house. We still got a 3 of a kind. Whatever was going to happen then, we was going to end up with a 3 of a kind. So once again, we'll go for double or nothing. Just pick randomly. Oh, we lost that one. Okay, so you can also get an item during double or nothing. I'll see if I can show you that. So we've got a pair here. We'll want to keep that. Get rid of the rest. Got 2 pair. Brilliant. 2 5s and 2 9s. Okay. I think the game knew that I wanted to show you about items, so it's given us the chance to do so. So occasionally an item's going to pop up, as you can see. And we need to win double or nothing 4 times. So each time we'll remove one of the locks from the chest. Now we've won, so we're going to remove one of the locks there. If we lose double or nothing while that chest is present, it won't matter. It will roll over onto our next game of double or nothing, with the amount of locks that we've unlocked still unlocked. So let's try and do this. Yay! So we're now on 400 tokens. We can increase to 800 potentially. Which one should we go for? Let's go for the last one. Okay, and if we could win one more here, then we can actually unlock this chest first go. Oh, that's bloody typical, isn't it? A king. So we need either an ace or joker to win, or a king to keep us in. Hey, look at that. That was awesome. That was probably the only winning card out of those 4 remaining cards that we couldn't see. So now we can unlock the chest, or we can play double or nothing again. Either way, we're going to unlock the chest, even if we lose. Let's go for one more. 7. Joker is always going to win. As you can see, potential to win big here in double or nothing. We've just won 3,200. If I won a game, we'd have a massive 6,400 from this single 3 of a kind or whatever it was we got. Yay! 6,400. Now, I don't really want to risk anymore, even though we could get 12,800 tokens from the next double or nothing. But we'll leave it. I think round 7 is pushing it a bit too much. So we'll select no for that. Instead, I'll bank all those tokens. We'll see what treasure we got out of the chest here. Okay, it's a piece of dragon hide. You can also get equipment as well, but they tend to come out of red chests. and then materials and crafting reagents come out of these black ones. And of course, I'm going to go and create another autosave at this point. So as you can see, the casino has the potential to be really addictive. A lot of fun. You can while away the hours here. But I've already got 56,000 tokens, with the potential now to get a lot more. So I think I'm going to go back to the slot machines at this point, try and get some more metal modes and free spins going. See if we can maybe hit a jackpot. Probably unlikely, but hey, somebody's got to. And I'll see what I get, and I'll be right back with you. I've got to my 100,000 tokens then. I'm probably not going to bother so much with a few hours now in the casino racking up this amount of tokens. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the lightning lance for the time being. We're going to go straight on and purchase the awesome platinum power sword. I'm really looking forward to getting this actually. So yeah, as I mentioned, I really do recommend that you do so as well. And I'm still going to be going down to 2,100 tokens, so I won't have to purchase any more in order to continue on with my streak. So we'll get rid of the broader sword here. And we'll go ahead and equip the platinum power sword for that huge boost to attack for the hero. And I'll certainly be looking forward to putting that into action as well as we move on. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, I think that sword is going to be lasting us now for a good substantial portion of the upcoming content that we're going to be facing off against. So folks, I do need to go and take a break now, to be honest with you. So thanks for joining me for this casino-centered episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and good luck with your ventures on the slot machines, the poker, whatever it is that you play when you do it yourself. But please do as well, let me know in the comments section if you manage to get the 100,000 tokens on your first visit here, as I have done, in order to get the power sword. Maybe even you'll get even more than that and get some of the other rewards. As I say, please do let us know in the comments section. Also, if you've got any tips as well that would help others out, that would be very, very much appreciated. But thanks for joining me today, guys. Hope you had a great time, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.